The Chinese New Year parade is one of the most spectacular in the world, in large part because of the creative floats that wind their way through the city. KTVU's Christien Kafton has a peek behind the scenes at all the hard work that goes into taking those floats from an idea to reality.
Behind these doors, a team of artists work for months to make the parade pop with color and come alive. Truckloads of lumber, hundreds of yards of LED lights, and a quarter-ton of glitter are just some of the elements that go into creating the floats for San Francisco's Chinese New Year parade.
So next step is just the silver, just like that.
Stephanie Mufson and her team of artists pour their hearts and souls into every detail of every float. First, coming up with the concept for the float with the sponsor.
I get inspired by their own messaging, their own color schemes that they're working with. And I really let that be a jumping off point where I can then run with my imagination on how can I integrate the theme of that year's zodiac plus these colors plus maybe this particular messaging that's important to this particular sponsor.
Once the concept has been set, the hard work begins to bring that vision to life, sticking to the plan, but also carving out enough space for creativity.
Definitely there will be moments of, oh, if we light it like this, it looks beautiful. Oh, if we add a little bit of extra glitter on this, or we can, play around with the way that something is composed so that it really sings.
Mufson says the tiger and all that it embodies, strength, courage, and determination, are a fitting symbol for the return of the parade.
A big conversation that we had with all of the sponsors at the beginning of the design process was really activating the tiger in a way that really presented strength and perseverance and courage.
The parade for the Year of the Ox was one of the casualties of the pandemic, canceled in 2021 when the idea of bringing together thousands of people was unthinkable. That meant the team of artists here were sidelined.
Yeah, it's been a hard couple of years for the parade world, for sure. Chinese New Year was amazing in coming up with the public art project. We were really grateful to them for having the imagination to think outside the box and come up with a new way to celebrate.
Instead of the parade, some of the artists worked on creating the Ox on Parade statues around the city to ring in the last Lunar New Year. The idea repeated again this year with the parade of tiger statues created with the help of local artists. Mufson says art and joy are the exact medicine everyone needs after 2 years of the pandemic.
I think just anyone that is interested in continuing to see that exist in the world, anywhere where they can put their money, their time, their energy into helping artists continue to do what they do, whether it's us or any creative in the Bay Area.
Florence Korkamis is one of the artists and says working together again, collaborating and creating is important for everyone in this room, but that it's also important for the community to come together and to celebrate.
Everybody has their own personal battles in life, so to be able to come back and together as a team and make these floats together, I mean, it's healing. It is absolutely healing.
All of this hard work culminating with the big reveal the day of the parade. Mufson says even then the work is not over as she and her team of artists escort the floats along the route. There is a time though in the moments before the parade actually begins, with the crowds arriving, the music building, and the fireworks going off. That is the moment she says she treasures.
Everything gets louder and busier, and that's the moment for me where you walk down and you see all the finished floats and you feel the energy kind of rising. That's always my favorite part.
All around this workshop you see sculptures from years past: pigs, rats, horses, dragons. I asked if that meant that they're already thinking about what next year's parade might look like. The artists here say they're so focused on just getting this year's parade perfect, they can't even think beyond the end of the month. In San Francisco, Christien Kafton, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
And a reminder that the Chinese New Year parade is happening tomorrow night in San Francisco. Then 1 week later, KTVU has a special program on the parade that's next Saturday.